Hello, I'm Harrison Keeley. Here's a quick look at today's top stories. First of all, a bond hearing is set for today for a Walker County man who admitted shooting another man to death on Saturday. The shooting happened after an argument at the home of Broadrick Shrophsire in LaFayette. Shropshire called authorities around 7 p.m. to say he shot 30-year-old Roderick Johnson in the head. Sheriff Steve Wilson says the men were distant cousins. Today's hearing will take place at 3 p.m. A Tennessee mom charged with killing her baby told police Jesus came down and took her daughter to heaven while she was bathing her. Clarksville police responded to the home of 24-year-old Stefany Paige Johnson on Friday after receiving reports of a screaming naked woman in the road. Inside the home, officers found the body of 7-month-old Astrid Johnson on the couch and no evidence of attempts to provide medical care. Police concluded Johnson's negligence resulted in the death. She's been charged with criminal homicide. Nearly 12 years after a judge forced Hamilton County to remove the 10 Commandments from the courthouse, a circuit court judge candidate is asking to put the commandments back. Catherine Kate White sent a letter to commissioners and Mayor Jim Coppinger asking them to consider a resolution to display a collection of historic documents at the courthouse. The set would include the Magna Carta, the Star-Spangled Banner, and the 10 Commandments. The 10 Commandments was hung in 3 county buildings after the September 11, 2001 terrorist attacks, but were removed after a lawsuit from the ACLU. But in 2012, Tennessee passed a law allowing county governments to display historical documents, such as the 10 Commandments, on public buildings and grounds. A Chattanooga man has been sentenced to 27 years for the repeated rape of a child. 39-year-old Paul N. Filan was arrested in January 2010 on charges that he raped a girl from the time she was in elementary school until she reached middle school, a period of 6 years. He was scheduled to face trial next month, but accepted a plea agreement. The man who shot a disoriented Alzheimer's patient to death in November wasn't charged with a crime, but according to police reports, his girlfriend warned him before the killing took place. Terry Husky told Joe Hendricks that the stranger appeared to be an old man and that she didn't perceive him as a threat. When the stranger started ringing the doorbell and attempted to open the door, Husky said she was scared, but also thought the man might be confused. Minutes later, Hendricks went outside the home and fired his gun at 72-year-old Ronald Westbrook. An 11-year-old boy has been arrested after a fire Friday at Barger Academy of Fine Arts in Brainerd. Officials say the fire was deliberately set in the boy's bathroom and caused about $10,000 in damage. The school was evacuated and closed for the day. No injuries were reported, but the boy was charged with aggravated arson. A mom and her boyfriend have been arrested in Polk County, Tennessee, in the death of an 8-month-old girl. Paramedics responded to the home of Tiffany Smith and Daniel Kelly in Copper Hill last summer on a report that a child was choking to death on a coin. WRCB says officials won't say why they believe the baby's death was more criminal than accidental. Smith and Kelly were charged with felony murder and aggravated child abuse. Finally, a new bill would require Tennessee students to learn cursive handwriting by the 3rd grade. Representative Sheila Butt authored the bill after teachers told her that kids couldn't read their handwritten notes. It's estimated that only half of elementary school students in the state still receive instruction in handwriting. The House is scheduled to vote on the legislation tonight. Turning to weather, today will be sunny with a high near 70 degrees. The low tonight will be around 45. That's it for today's newscast. Thanks for being with us. You can find more on these stories and breaking news all day long at timesfreepress.com.